People think lying is about words. They imagine deception as something spoken, a sentence, a phrase, a story. But lies don't begin in the mouth. They start in the body. In the pulse before the answer. In the shallow breath before the truth is rewritten. Every lie is a small rebellion against reality. It's a desperate attempt to protect something. Fear, image, control. And if you watch closely enough, you'll see that every person who lies leaves a trail, a hesitation, a movement, a pause that shouldn't be there. Most people listen to what's said, but power belongs to those who listen to what isn't. To detect lies is not about tricking others. It's about seeing what they can't hide. People lie for reasons that are as old as fear itself. To survive, to protect themselves, to avoid pain. Some lie to defend the people they love. Others lie to protect the version of themselves they've created for the world. Every lie has a motive, and that motive changes everything. The words, the tone, the rhythm, the silence between them. A lie told out of fear will sound rushed, nervous, broken. A lie told for control will sound calm, practiced, deliberate. When you understand the motive, you understand the pattern. And once you know the pattern, deception can't hide from you anymore. Lying is a process, and the body always reveals it first. You don't need to be a detective to notice it. You just need to pay attention to the small inconsistencies that ordinary people ignore. Watch for hesitation, the small delay before an answer. When the mind has to construct a false story, it takes time. Truth flows naturally. Lies need architecture. Watch for overcompensation. Too much eye contact, too many words, too many details. When someone tries too hard to convince you, it's often because they're convincing themselves. Watch for incongruent emotion, a smile with tension in the jaw, or anger with calm eyes. The voice and the face should tell the same story. When they don't, something is being hidden. Notice defensive gestures, arms crossing, objects placed between you, touching the neck or mouth. These are the body's instinctive ways to shield itself. A liar hides behind invisible walls. And then there's the voice. It always gives away the storm beneath the surface. A shift in tone, a pitch that rises when pressure builds. A sudden stutter or misplaced breath. The mouth may lie, but the breath never does. One sign alone means nothing. But when several appear together, hesitation, tension, defensive movement, you're no longer guessing. You're reading the nervous system itself. Micro-expressions are the unedited truth. They last less than half a second. Too fast to fake. Too raw to control. Fear flashes in widened eyes. Disgust twists the mouth before the smile appears. Contempt flickers as a half smirk. Gone before they even know it happened. These micro-expressions are like lightning in a storm. Brief, but they illuminate everything. Physiology follows emotion. The heart beats faster. The pupils expand. The breath shortens. The liar's body betrays them long before their words do. You just have to slow down enough to notice it. To detect lies, you must first learn the person's baseline, how they behave when they're calm and honest. Everyone has their own rhythm. Some talk quickly, some move their hands a lot, some pause before speaking. Without knowing their baseline, every assumption becomes noise. So you begin by asking harmless questions. Simple ones. Where did you grow up? What do you do for work? You watch them in their natural rhythm. Then, when you ask the question that matters, the question they fear, their body will shift. It might be subtle. A longer blink, a shallower breath, a small swallow. That's the moment the mask begins to slip. The next tool is silence. Most people cannot tolerate silence. When you ask a question and stay quiet, you create a void. And the human mind hates a void. They will rush to fill it. And when they do, they reveal far more than they planned. Use silence like a weapon, but one sharpened with patience. Don't interrupt the pause. Stretch it. Let them fight against their own need to be believed. Ask for stories, not yes or no answers. A lie can survive a yes, but it can't survive a detailed story. Details require memory, and lies don't have memory. They crumble under the weight of specifics. You can also use presupposition, asking questions that contain assumptions. Instead of asking, "Did you take it?" ask, "When did you take it?" The question itself forces the liar to adjust their response, and that adjustment exposes stress. These aren't tricks. They're patterns of perception, ways of listening beyond the words, because truth and deception live in rhythm, not in vocabulary. If you want to master the psychology of lies, you must learn to observe without reacting. The moment you show judgment, the liar adapts. But when you stay calm, when your face gives nothing, the truth leaks out on its own, desperate to be seen. Practice this everywhere. Watch how people answer small questions. Notice their eyes when they say something they don't believe. See the disconnect between words and body. Keep notes. Build awareness. You'll start to see it. The invisible shift between truth and fiction. It's in the smallest places. A twitch, a blink, a breath too shallow to notice. But remember this. Power is nothing without restraint. Knowing how to read people doesn't give you the right to break them. It gives you the responsibility to understand them. To detect lies is not to expose others. It's to protect yourself. To walk through the noise of manipulation and see the world as it really is. The true purpose of this knowledge is clarity, not cruelty. Because in the end, the best liar you will ever meet is yourself. Your mind hides from pain. It edits memories. It justifies what it cannot face. So before you hunt deception in others, you must first find it within. To see truth in others, you must learn to be honest in silence. To see your own hesitation, your own excuses, your own small rebellions against reality. Only then will your perception become pure. Only then will you be able to see through masks, not with suspicion, but with understanding. Truth is not loud. It doesn't beg to be believed. It waits, quietly, inside the moments between words. Listen to the pauses. Listen to the breath. Listen to the parts that can't lie. This is the art of perception. This is how you detect lies.